I saw a man confess to ending someone's life in court, and he was so calm about it that the judge dismissed all charges. I was serving on a jury for what seemed like an open and shut case involving a missing person who turned up dead. The defendant, a quiet mechanic named Tom, was accused of unaliving his business partner Mike, who had disappeared 3 months earlier. The prosecution painted a clear picture of premeditated unaliving. Just days before Mike vanished, multiple witnesses saw Tom angrily confronting him about missing money from their auto shop. Security cameras caught Tom following Mike to a remote warehouse district late one evening. Tom's truck was spotted parked there for over 2 hours. The next morning, Mike's car was found abandoned with red liquid on the driver's seat, but Mike was nowhere to be found. What made it worse for Tom was that he had recently taken out a hefty life insurance policy on Mike as his business partner. The prosecution also revealed that Tom had purchased lime, plastic sheeting, and a shovel from different stores the week before Mike disappeared. His phone records showed he'd Googled, "How long does it take for a body to decompose?" just days before the incident. When police questioned Tom, he refused to explain where he was that night or what happened to Mike. He immediately lawyered up and wouldn't cooperate with the investigation. The prosecution spent nearly 2 hours laying out what seemed like overwhelming evidence of premeditated unaliving and body disposal. The defense attorney barely cross-examined any witnesses and presented almost no evidence. After the prosecution rested, looking confident they'd proven it beyond reasonable doubt, it was the defense's turn. Tom's lawyer called him to the stand and asked directly, "Tom, did you unalive Mike?" Without hesitation, Tom replied, "Yes, I did." The courtroom went dead silent. Even I felt my heart skip a beat. "Why did you unalive him?" the lawyer continued. Tom took a deep breath and said, "Because he was trying to unalive me first. He came at me with a crowbar in that warehouse, screaming that he was going to bash my head in. What happened next? I grabbed a wrench from my toolbox and hit him in self-defense. He went down hard and wasn't moving. I checked for a pulse, but he was gone." The lawyer then asked, "Why didn't you call the police?" Tom's face hardened. "Mike had been stealing from our business for months. When I confronted him, he threatened to unalive me and make it look like an accident. He said he had connections with some dangerous people who owed him favors. I was terrified they'd come after me or my family if I reported it. So what did you do with the body?" I panicked. "I wrapped him up and buried him in the woods behind the warehouse. I know it was wrong, but I was scared for my life and my family's safety." The prosecution looked stunned, but the defense wasn't finished. "Tom, you could have told police it was self-defense from the beginning. Why didn't you?" Tom looked directly at the jury. "Mike's brother is a detective in this town. Mike always bragged about how his brother would protect him no matter what. I didn't think anyone would believe me over a cop's brother. I figured they'd railroad me either way, so I kept quiet and hoped his body would never be found. But you're telling us now. Why?" "Because my lawyer found security footage from a building across the street that shows Mike attacking me first with that crowbar." The defense attorney then played the grainy but clear security video. It showed Mike ambushing Tom in the warehouse, swinging a crowbar at his head, and Tom defending himself with a wrench. The prosecutor's face went white as the video played. The judge dismissed all charges within 15 minutes, ruling it justifiable self-defense. Tom walked out a free man, finally able to tell the truth after months of being painted as a cold-blooded unaliver.